Hello everybody, welcome back to Stormblood. Continuing in the main scenario where we left off. I think I'm heading towards the final area finally. Although this is a whole new mini village, so you already know there's going to be sub-quests, god dang it. Even after all these years, it's still the same. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Oh, this must be Raubahn's village. Yep, the moment I freaking turn it in. The good news, though, is I finally have level 2 movement speed here, and the other good news is I think that's the last... crap. There's still two more. Two more that I need here. Darn it. Oh, yeah, so those are the last two Aether Current quests. Alright. Let's see. Kate, Elise, I brought you both here for a reason. Oh, with the... You stopped it there. Oh, cutscene, that's why. Alright.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
Oh.
You mean this is where you grew up?
A really tiny village.
Aye. Not much to look at, is it?
Huh.
Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was. Which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords.
Oh, I see.
Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Oh no. Well, I'm gonna see his memory, I guess. Freaking echo power.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death.
Well then. No. In the world? He's brushing something? Or
Liberty
painting something.
or death. Liberty or death! If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
Alrighty. Is that Ilberd? That's Ilberd. Who then became a prick. Well, sort of a prick. Kind of a traitor. But then at the same time, he wanted to force a war between us and the Empire to get us to help the Alamegans.
Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
Sorry, people just listening to the cutscene.
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or nor easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
That sounds familiar.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, and
It's this Curtis guy.
to gain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
I don't remember seeing him before. Unless that's the old guy that died before. Was that Curtis?
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lyse.
No, it's Conrad.
And I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
So that was Lisa's father.
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too.
Pretty sure she's past
I
that
swear
point.
to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan. Even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us. And the Enanta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Alright. It seems like a kind of a dumb question. She's put herself in a lot of near-death situations already. It's like, do you really think she doesn't have the resolve to die? Liberty or death has really been 20 years since he wrote those words. Even a blind man could see that Lyse wasn't herself, not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the life of so many, it isn't easy, and when you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alice was dead for a moment back there. 'Tis one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear of the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her. To remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death, her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Right then, I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. So when they do that, I'm going to grab these subquests. Specifically this one. You're one of those adventurers, aren't you? Travel this way and that. Always helping folks. Well, I believe I speak for all of us here when I say we need your help. I'm sure you've noticed, but we don't have much. The only reason we get by is a merchant who comes and sells supplies. I say sell, but it's so cheap he might as well give it away. Trouble is, without so much as a word, he suddenly stopped coming. I'd go and search for him myself, but anyone who could have kept watch while I'm gone has been conscripted by those damn Imperials. Would he try asking around at Radiata if anyone's seen him? He's always talked about going there, so I figure it's a good place to start. Maybe that's the guy that I helped earlier. See, oh, you're one of them adventuring folk. If you're looking for work, you came at the right time. You seen any bugs around? Big ones? We've an infestation of Wamura Campe. I don't know if that's the right word. The damn things reproduce faster than rabbits in heat. I think you could take care of them. They're usually hiding in the bramble. Simple enough. Wait. Oh. Alright. I guess I'll do that since it's right here. I should probably summon my chicken. Summon almighty chicken! Yeah, in case you didn't notice, I raised, like, off-screen, I raised my dragoon to level 69. Just so I didn't have to worry about being underleveled for anything anymore. Because I didn't realize that I was actually underleveled for the main story quest as dragoon. So can't have that happen again. So maybe, if I'm lucky, then Dragoon will last for what's left of the main story quests and subquests. And I just heard a sudden downpour start going crazy outside. Freaking, it's been raining all night. At least I hope that's rain. If that's a tornado, I'm gonna be screwed. Excuse me, mister. I heard the adventurers are really brave and strong. Do you think you can help me? I want to get Ma something real special, but I can't do it myself. North of the village are these huge bird things called griffins, and their meat's supposed to be some of the best around. If you could bring back even just a little, I'm sure it would make Ma feel awful happy to have it. Ow. Well, with a persuasive power like that, I just can't refuse, now can I? Don't worry, people, I'm going to turn in... The first thing I'm definitely going to turn in before everything else is that freaking... those two Aether Current quests, specifically so I can fly for the rest of the quests here. That'll make things so much simpler. And quicker. Now then... Please die. That's one thing I thought about, though. I'm not sure what I will be replacing Final Fantasy with whenever I eventually do run out of things to do. Because, like, whenever I reach the end of the story, I'll eventually come back whenever they add new content and just go through that and then stop. But that's going to be a much shorter thing, since there's not going to be all that much content in the updates. I mean, at most, I'll probably get like 3 to 5 episodes out of each big content update. Maybe. And that's if I'm lucky. But otherwise, I don't know. I'll just have to think of something to replace it with. I don't know. If you want to start making suggestions, suggest some in the comments. I always read them. Believe me, I always read them. It's just unfortunately there isn't that many comments. So you've looked the look of a man who travels. I, a man not afraid to do a bit of walking. Might be you could help me with something. I was to make a delivery of provisions to Alighieri, but it's taken me so long to get everything ready. I'm afraid I'll never get there by the agreed upon time. The only way I'd even have a chance at this point is to pass through the scabbard. That's assuming, of course, I don't break my legs climbing down the cliffside. By the look of you, I'm betting you could do it without breaking a sweat. If you'd be willing to help, pick up that vase there and carry it down to Alighieri. Transport the earthenware vase to the specified location at Alighieri before the Midlander merchant grows impatient and calls off the arrangement. You'll have 2 minutes to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and beginning anew. Be wary of attacks from enemies, which will sap your strength. Are you freaking kidding me? Out of nowhere, I get a freaking troll quest like that. I haven't seen a quest like that in a long time. Oh, great. I understand he's been away for a long time and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. Oh. Okay, let me turn this one in really quick then, I guess. Mr. Old Man with the cane. You got them all? Bless you, sir. Maybe now we can finally grow something on this barren lump of land. It's hard enough as it is up here in the mountains, cold winds blowing all year round, killing anything what dare sprout out of the earth. Add in those bloody bugs and you got a recipe for disaster. Not like we have many left to till the land anyway. With the Garleans snatching up anyone fit to lift hoe or dig a hole, soon we'll have no one left. Don't you worry none though, lad. If these mountains couldn't do us in after all these years, I reckon nothing will. Alright. So he wants me to get that there, but I'm just gonna do these 2 quests so I can fly first. It'll just make everything else much easier on this, because you know there's gonna be more side quests. Am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's Imperials or Bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Oh, great. So now what's going on, Lyse? Go over here. Wait. What is this? There's a marker here, but I don't... Wait, is this where the griffin thing is? Liberty or death? Pick up... Oh, suspicious youth. Hi. 7 how's he seen us dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. Oh, great. A bunch of traitors. That's a fancy set of armor. Okay. I was about to lose it. No, I'm still going to lose it because I'm about to disconnect. Why can't I hurt them? I'll pause it until this stupid freaking internet problem fixes itself. Be right back, people. I'm back. Man, it's been like this for a while tonight. Like, well, not for a long while, just like ever since I did my dailies. I was doing a daily, and then usually I'll do like 1 PvP fight as part of the daily because it gives a bunch of XP, and also because I want to get these freaking robot horse mounts from an event. But for some reason the server just kept disconnecting non-stop in that fight. It seemed like that was only happening in the PvP server, but I'm starting to wonder if either the storm is screwing up the connection, or just something in general is going wrong with Square Enix's servers. Whatever it is, they need to fix it quick, because this is getting really old. So sick of disconnecting in the middle of freaking recordings. Alright, so it turns out there's a bunch of freaking... I guess they probably work for Fordola or something. Seems like Imperial Alamegans or something sneaking around trying to take us out. But they just can't do it. They can't do it. They're failing miserably. Which is great. Alright, let me talk to these fools. Cold Hearth? Why would anyone sell their wares in that ghost town? Well, that was kind of mean. Alright, a merchant traveling to Cold Hearth. Wait, that's the guy in league with the Imperials, isn't he? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him in a while. Huh? Which guy? This guy? Yeah, I've heard of him. His name's Frank. Frank? Some folks say he's doing those people a favor, but I think he's up to something. Oh. Maybe he is. Maybe he's been poisoning their land, and that's why their freaking food isn't growing. Possibly. So you slay 3 true griffins for their meat. Search for Frank and Algiri. Crap baskets. Okay, where are you, Lyse? Yep, she took them down easily. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. They're Alamegan, not even conscripts by the look of them. Barely adults, in fact. Oh, in fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods, Alisei and Alphino could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and fight Nago. Oh crap, here we go. So now we're getting betrayed by a bunch of idiots. I mean, we just freaking helped your village and you turning on us? Give us a bloody break here. Oh, it's a cutscene, so something's gonna happen. What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alisei was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry, did you say you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Kashmir Mabania? Goddamn fools! Where is Alisei? Lyse, Kato, we overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you, they were young, less than 20 summers? Aye, I thought so. It's always the young ones, the ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it, they have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools, after everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the Resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Aye, you get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back, but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you, many here do, but a young man or woman who grew up knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to if it comes to it, but remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves together, a better home than they've ever known. It's going to be big, tremendous, bigly. Alright, got that one. So now I just need to go get the other one. Let's see, Alisei will make a full recovery, but I doubt she'll be well enough to take to the field again before this is over. I hope she's not stupid enough to go out there injured. I can imagine how you must feel, but I want you to know that many of us here are grateful for what you did at Abania. I'll never get used to it, killing my own countrymen in the heat of battle. It's either you or them, but after, when you've had time to think about what you've done. Yeah, it's not great. I've been thinking, if Alisei needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Robber's Reach. She can receive much better care there, after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania. Indeed, and given what Mistress Woad has told us, I would rather she did not remain here. That's settled. Nago, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Ikeda, would you mind going on ahead and telling Aurelia that we're on our way? I went to bed waiting for Alisei when she arrives, thanks. And now more subquests appear, because why not? Great. Alright, I'll grab these two. Listen, can you help me look for a mate of mine? I ventured as far as I dare, but there's been no sign of him. He just decided to set out one day for the Arms of Mead. That's the name of a temple to the west of Algiri. The path to get up there collapsed ages ago, but the stubborn bastard said he was going to climb over the rocks anyway. I can't help but feel that something bad has happened. If you've any way of reaching the temple, I'd appreciate knowing what's become of him, be it good news or no. My guess is I need to be able to fly to do that quest, so I'm going to go turn in those other quests first. The dainty damsel would have you pick flowers? You're with the Alliance Army, aren't you? A soldier? I would be ever so grateful if you could pick some special flowers for me. I lost a dear friend during the fighting with the Empire, and I wish to place a bouquet in her memory. It's just that the fields where these flowers grow are roamed by creatures which, not to put too fine a point on it, would pull my pretty little head off. If you're willing to brave these monstrosities, I ask that you seek out the blooms known as Rauger's Gold and bring me back 3 or so handfuls. Try looking along the thirstless path far to the north of Specula Imperatoris. Alright. But first comes unlocking the ability to fly, because being stuck to the ground is not working for me. So I'm going to go this way, and then do the freaking... Since I have to go to Algiri anyways, I'll do that freaking delivery quest. And, yeah. I'll just do that. And hopefully not fail it. Because that's going to be a massive pain in the butt. Excuse me. Wait a second, it's not going to work the same way it did for freaking... the... Sylph, right? Yeah, the Sylphs. Okay, grab the earthenware vase. Oh dear God, what have I done? Boots made for walking. Gotta walk all the way over here and... oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a bloody goddamn nightmare. Walk. Faster. What? Is that a blue griffin? That's a hunt target, isn't it? That's definitely a hunt target. Yep! You would put that filth in my way. For God's sake. Really? A level 70 hunt target? It's A or S rank. I'm not even sure which one it is. God dang it, please don't, please don't. I know those things aggro by sound, and I do not want it to diddle me. Oh. Am I in the clear? Please be in the clear. I'm begging you. Oh. I didn't even notice I had that time limit. Alright. Well, I knew I was going to have a time limit, I just wasn't aware of where it was going to appear. So, how do I get down here without breaking this thing? I hope it's like this. Yep, that's the way to do it. Alright. Please be this, please be this. Boots made for walking! Walking with my boots. I look so goofy carrying this thing. Take your bloody vase! Rockin' supplies! Thank you, sir, for coming all this way. Tell him he can expect payment to be delivered in the next few days as promised. Okay. I had to read that fast because I was afraid that it was going to freaking drop before I finished talking. Oh, God. Alright, they're asking about me at Cold Hearth. I'd love to help, but the situation has gotten complicated, you see. The reason I was selling to them so cheap is because someone else was footing the bill. Some Imperial soldier said he grew up there. He went to the Garleans willingly, if you can believe it. They made him a watchman at one of their labor camps, and he's been funneling all his pay to me. Granted, I keep peddling my goods at Cold Hearth. Afraid his friends and family would refuse his gifts after turning his back on them, he got the smart idea of sending me up there, selling whatever they need for next to nothing. The thing is, he hasn't contacted me in days. A shame, too. On my next trip, I was supposed to deliver his bottle of Arak. Or this bottle of Arak. It's hard to come by nowadays, but he paid me good money to find it. Would you mind taking it there for me? As for this conversation, I'll leave it up to you whether or not you tell anyone. All things considered, I think he might have wanted someone to know. Well then, so I guess he's probably dead. Wait. Yep, I gotta be able to fly to get over there. So... now I have to get back up there the hard way. I will pause it until I get up there. So be right back, people. I'm back. Just killing these true griffins for this quest since they're along the way. Saves time. Now that I think about it. Yeah, let's see, where is the... that, and then that, and that. Make sure those stay on there. Lady in a red, pick bunches of... okay. Well, they were probably already up there, I'm just stupid. Alright. Death to you. You're still taking your time to die. Why do you do this to me? Thank you. Things could be made so much simpler if you would just die when you're supposed to. And javelin to the face. Do that and that. There, that solves that problem. Crap, I forgot I can't fly. Anyways, pausing it again as I head back there. So be right back, people. Alright, I'm back, babies. Let's see, turn these in. Let's see, did you find any sign of the merchant? Yeah, it didn't go well, did it? He was paid to come here by an Imperial turncoat. They worked at a labor camp. No, it can't be! A bottle of a rock. My son said someday we'd... Never mind about the merchant here. It's not much, but you deserve it. Thank you for this. I'm starting to get the feeling that his son was killed in either Castrum Abania or the other Castrum. Why, that was fast. Did you see any griffins? Yes, I got your griffin meat. Take it, child. Wow, I didn't think you'd bring back so much. Your adventures are really something else. Or something else. Have you ever had any before? Ma says this meat's supposed to be filled with all sorts of nutrients. Griffins are too dangerous to hunt, though, so we never get to eat any. Ma and Sis will be so happy. Hold on a second. A shame Pa isn't here to try it. He had to go away on work. He used to send me letters every day, but lately there's been nothing. I'm sure he's okay. He's really strong, just like you. And when he comes back, we'll go hunting and have griffin meat all the time. No. Poor little kid. Okay, rockin'. You made it, thank the gods. Back in the day, I could have climbed up and down that mountain on one leg if I wanted. I was a soldier, you see, so I had to stay in top physical condition. But war can be cruel. After a few nasty injuries, it was a wonder I made it back here at all. I was thinking about my time in service, though. Oh, it was thinking about my time in service, though, that reminded me that soldiers now will be needing any medicine they can get their hands on. Hold on a second. We don't have much time, but with everyone pitching in, we can usually sell enough to get by. Just enough for warm clothes and food to fill our bellies. It's a simple life, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Oh, well then. Alright, this guy's gonna be a multi-parter. My guess is he's gonna probably ask me to look for a son. Maybe. Excuse me, sir, mind lending me a hand with something? A friend of mine, Beretta's her name. She seems troubled these days. She's a sweet woman, and I'd like to help her. But she won't talk to anyone. She's always been fond of travelers passing through, so I figure she might open up a bit to you. Alright. Oh, it's a little old lady. I'll be right back. Just 1 second, though, people. Alright, I'm back. Now let's talk to this little old lady. You're that adventuring lad Raubahn's came here with, aren't you? Well, I'll be. What can I do for you? Looking closer at her, she doesn't look all that old. Cigar's worried about me, is he? That's kind of him, but my troubles are nothing he can help with. Might be a strapping young lad like yourself. Could, though. I've been meaning to find my son, a fine young lad, going on 20 now. The Garleans what came through here conscripted all our young men, but by the grace of Roger, he gave them a slip. Trouble is, though, my boy never came home. The Garleans have long since fled these parts, so I'm hoping he'll come back. I'd go and search for him myself, but I've never left Cold Hearth before. I'm not like to get too far on my own. Might you be willing to take a look around for me? Bless you, child. I can't imagine where he ran off to, but there's a good chance he passed through Radiata to the north. This is only what I've heard from the merchants who come through, mind you, but there's Garlean outposts all over. If he was looking for a place to lay low before moving on, it'd have to be there. His name's Erard, by the way. He's got blonde hair and an old scar across one of his cheeks. You'll know him when you see him. Wait a second. Isn't that the description of that one dude from the love story thingy from before? I'm probably wrong. Either way, now I can fly, so I don't have to freaking take a million years to travel between quest objectives. It's about bloody time. Alright, let's talk to these people. Erard? Sorry, sir. Can't say I know anyone by that name. Okay. Garrulous Gaul. Erard? I'm certain Godfrey has mentioned him before. You might have better luck speaking with him. Alright. Oh, that forces me to talk to these other people. Let's see, Erard. Where have I heard that name before? Yes, of course. Wait, no, I can't say I know Erard. Alright, talk to Godfrey. Godfrey. I don't know. Erard? Sure I know him. Been a long time since he's been around here, though. He showed up about 2 years ago, escaping from the Garleans. I couldn't stand the thought of them dragging him away like they did my son, so I helped keep him out of sight. Thinking back on it now, that was quite the gamble. Of course, it would have only been a matter of time before they caught on. I had a friend of mine, Starkwood, help him make his escape. She snuck him out with a shipment of provisions. If memory serves, she made a stop at Specula Imperatoris, but I don't know where they went after that. Not sure if that helps you any, but I'm afraid that's all I know. Best of luck to you. So now I've got to talk to Starkwood, apparently. Or not? Helping a friend... But Starkwood's right there. Why can't I question her about it? What kind of crap? Screw it. I'll go freaking find this other guy and unlock this map while I'm at it. Ooh, that's floaty. Rust Rock. That's a... Why does this location even exist? You can't even do anything in it. As far as I can tell. I mean, it looks neat, but you can't do anything there. They really need to make it so you can do things while flying. Make it so you can do things while flying and swimming. I don't see why they can't. It's not like they have the PS3 holding them back anymore. They got rid of that version. Okay, Roger's Gold. Let me get this freaking map out of my way. I don't know why I keep putting it up on there. It's like a habit, but it drives me nuts. Because, like, it's just cluttering up my UI. Okay, got your flower, lady. Take this flower. What's with the freaking heavy wind blowing? Maybe that's a waterfall I'm hearing. Okay, got that. Now, wait. Nope, that's outside the freaking boundary. So, I have to go over there. I guess I'll pause it while I fly there. So be right back, people. I'm back, but, well, just because I'm closer to the place and I want to see whatever this place is supposed to be. What's it called? I didn't see what the place was called. Crap baskets. Oh, maybe White Rock? Or Wit Rock, however you want to call it. And then you fly over here. What's with these weird pedestals? Is this like an old castle? It's kind of weird. Ah, he didn't make it. How the crap did he... How did he get mauled up here? Man lies dead, the victim of an attack by some wild creature. Well, he made it up here. He just didn't make it unscathed. So now I have to fly all the way back over there. So I'll be right back as I pause it once again. Be right back, people. Alright, I'm back. Let's see here. Where's the little old lady? Is he back already? Did you find anything about my boy? Is he safe? Passed through the Garlean outpost to the north, so he escaped then. It does my heart good to know he's out of harm's way. So I wish I do miss... Sorry, I sure do miss him. Oh, okay. Yep, she's the multi-potter. Great. I'm sure you're tired of me badgering you with favors, but it would mean the world to me if you could keep looking for my boy Erard. Alright. If he passed through that Garlean outpost to the north, then he'd have to stop by at Alagiri to rest and gather supplies. I know it's far, but please go and see if there's any sign of him. Alright. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. And it also would have driven me nuts if they freaking just left it at that and didn't continue the search for him. That would have been just, like, stupid. Anyways, let's go over here, though, and turn these two quests in really quick before I head over there. Which I can just teleport there, so that'll just save some time. Let's see. Well, did you find him? I've in mind to give that reckless bugger a good... He's dead. He's dead, sir. He's dead. God damn it, and damn Raubahn in particular. My mate went to his temple to atone, but that's taking it a bit too bloody far. Or a bit bloody far. Knowing our countrymen were out there fighting and dying for our freedom, while we shuffled along like pack beasts for the Empire, it wears down a man's soul. When my friend heard how the Fist of Raubahn disciples would perform hard labor at the temple to expunge their sins, he got it into his head to do the same. It's not like I was happy with our lot either, but we were born under Imperial rule. You did things their way or you died. I'm not giving up. I'll bear the guilt and the glares of my countrymen and live a life full enough for the both of us. Thank you for letting me know his fate. Okay. Just close that. Give the lady her flowers. We're able to find the flowers I asked for. Yep. There you go, lady. Beautiful, aren't they? It's said that they only grow in spots that have been struck by the Destroyer's lightning. Rare and precious, just like she was. I'm sorry. I cannot bear to speak her name. She did not believe in the gods, and I know nothing of her homeland's customs. But I would honor her memory all the same. I will take this bouquet and lay it down at the place where we often met in Specula Imperatoris. That was where I worked, and where she was stationed. Thank you for your kindness. I will mention you to her in my prayers. But technically, it's kind of my fault that she probably died. Not entirely. It is also the freaking traitors' fault for firing that cannon on their own people. But still... I hope I finally get to the locks, at least within this episode, because give me a bloody break here. Gerbode. Erard, can't say I know him. Truth be told, if you're talking 2 years ago, Alagiri isn't a place he'd want to be. Alright. Anyone else? There's one person. But isn't it the lady who freaking confessed to that one guy? So come to think of it, the soldiers who stopped by my shop mentioned someone who came from Coldhearth. Could they know the man you're looking for? Erard. A few bells ago, a pair of customers mentioned him. I can't say what else they talked about, though. It's not my place to pry. I really get the feeling that one guy is her freaking son, because I swear, he's got blonde hair and a scar. He probably changed his name because he freaking got roped in with the freaking Garleans. Let's see, Flame Captain. Oh, Ikeda Gamori, this is the guy! Well, it's not him, but I hardly recognize you. To what do we owe the honor of your presence? Yes, one of my subordinates is from Cold Hearth. I would introduce you to him, but I'm afraid he was dispatched not long ago to destroy Magitech drones sighted near Specula Imperatoris. In fact, I imagine he should be arriving there very soon. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I just go to him. Yeah, finding family. I'll just pause it while I get there, because it's actually kind of a little bit far away. So be right back, people. Now let you get a view of the Ark. It's a miracle, people. We actually found Noah's Ark. The thing that Christians have failed to do for years. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I know that was a bad jab. Anyways, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Golden Lock Lieutenant. Whatever business you have, will have to wait. This area must be cleared of Magitech drones post-haste. They could be upon us at any moment. I'm sorry, but I must ask you to vacate the area. Or perhaps, if you're willing to assist me, have a look at my map. This is our present location. I'd like you to survey these 3 areas and dispense with any drones you encounter. We can speak after you've returned. Is he actually strong enough to take the things down? I hope so. Don't want to have to go to the little old lady and tell her son's dead. I gotta resummon my chicken. Took long enough. Jesus. Alright. Nope. Forgot my combo again. Oh god. Stop screwing up the combo. Screwing up the combo is a bad thing to do. Okay, that's 1. And then Tahu. Wow, it really is gonna make me wait this long for a freaking survey. Come on. You're just freaking eating up time. You see no signs of Garlean drones. Okay, well at least that saves me a little bit of time. Now then, poke this. 50 years later. Son of a muffin. Malfunctioning bit? Why is it... Well, I guess it must be damaged, but still. You'd think after all the freaking devastation that cannon caused, it'd be dead by now. Dragonfire Dive seems so weak at this point. Alright, that is done. Okay, he's close, so there's no reason to pause it. Alrighty. Freaking turtle spin! Turtle spinniness. Okay, so he didn't die. You're returned and with nary a scratch. Excellent work. Now then, what is it you wish to speak with me about? Your mum is looking for you. Cold Hearth, yes, that's my home, but I'm afraid I don't know this Erard fellow. You say you left 2 years ago? No, I was forced to leave long before that. 5 years ago, the Garleans came and conscripted any able-bodied men they could find. I was one of the unlucky few to be sent to Doma. Or so I thought. The people of Doma attempted to revolt, and in the ensuing chaos, my unit was all but wiped out. I was the only survivor. I thought it better to brave the unknown than return to the Imperials in defeat, so I made my escape. What followed was a perilous venture with no promise of a tomorrow. Yet somehow I managed my way to Ul'dah, where I enlisted in the Immortal Flames. I'm honestly surprised Cold Earth is still there after all this time. With the population dwindling as it was, I was certain the Garleans had robbed the place of all its prospective soldiers and put the rest to the sword. But enough of my ramblings. Unfortunately, I don't know the man you're looking for, but if he was seeking safety, he likely found it with the Resistance. Whether he meant to fight or flee beyond Belsar's wall, their help would be indispensable. I'm sure they will have answers for you. So what you're telling me is that I'm going to have to go all the way to freaking whatchamacallit. Rogger's Reach, probably. Let's see, if you plan on speaking with someone from the Resistance, might I suggest seeking out Guntmar. You would be hard-pressed to find a man who knows more of the peaks than him. He should be back at our camp due west of here. Alright. Mr. Guntmar. Oh wait, isn't he the guy I talked to before with the freaking weird medicine? I'll just pause it until I get there. Be right back, people. Alright, I'm back, babies. Let's see here. Erard, why yes, he's a member of the Resistance. Good lad, can't say I've heard any complaints about him. His unit was dispatched to Alamigo not long ago. If you hurry, you may be able to catch him near Kashmabania. Oh, alright. Guess I'll pause it again as I head all the way over there. Be right back, people. And I'm back. Let's see here. Hi, Kata Kamori of the Scions. Well met. What brings you here to the peaks? You're looking for Erard on behalf of his mother, you say? I see. Well, he is... how should I put this? The Resistance captain seems to be bearing distressing news. Expressing your doubt for the need to hesitate may convince him to speak. Oh, for God's sake. Fine. He's probably dead, isn't he? Just tell us. Or is he him? Alright, alright. I'll tell you, Erard is, or rather was, a member of my unit. He was reassigned in light of the opportunity for him to assist in gathering Garlean intelligence. As it turns out, he bears a striking resemblance to the son of one of our Garlean contacts, an Alamican merchant who bribed his way into citizenship. He agreed to allow Erard to stand in for his son, that he could infiltrate their military. The price was steep, steeper still to have him placed among the most renowned unit of Alamegans in service to the Imperials, the Skulls. He supplied us with indispensable insight into the inner workings of their military, all the while maintaining his turncoat facade. He's even gone so far as to take arms against his Eorzean comrades. However, after a recent clash with the Skulls, he's ceased all contact with us. To be frank, we fear the worst. In the event anything should happen to him, he prepared a final letter to be delivered to his mother. Having come this far on her behalf, I think it only appropriate you be the one to deliver it. Oh, crap, we killed him, didn't we? Tell his mother he died fighting for the freedom of Alamigo, that his selfless sacrifice will be forever honored by soldiers and civilians alike. I don't want to freaking tell her old lady that her son's dead. Come on! God dang it. Why do you make me do this? He's just a little old lady. Jeez. They make you do horrible things in this game. Here we go. Oh my, you're back. You were gone for so long. Did you find anything? Unfortunately. A letter from Erard. Does this mean he'll be coming home soon? No. Oh. Oh, Erard, I suspected something had happened, but I didn't want to believe it. My boy was always so kind, so fierce. He was the sort of man who'd want to die fighting. with his head held high. I'm sure that's what happened. At least now I know he's... Excuse me, I need a moment. Oh. I'm sorry, lady! See, there's another quest? Sorry about it before. Deep down I always knew something had happened, but I didn't want to believe it. Whatever he had to say must have been terribly important. I'm sorry, I thought I was ready, but I can't. Would you mind taking a look at it first? If I start tearing up again, I'll never make it to the bottom of the page. Alright. Dear Mother, if you're reading this letter, then I'm very sorry, but I won't be returning home. Please don't be mad and don't be sad. Just know that I did what I had to for the sake of Alamigo. I'd hoped to deliver this to you in person, but I have a gift waiting for you in Alighieri in the care of, Ilani. Go to her and tell her it is time to rekindle the flames of hope. She will know what to do. I pray this brings you the same happiness you brought me, so many others over the years. Oh, what did my boy have to say? Sniffle. Even when he's gone, he's looking out for us. I know I've been nothing but a nuisance to you, but do you think you could go and pick up that package for me? Yeah. Thank you, Sniffle. Thank you so much. Oh. It's really sad. Took a really sad turn. Oh, thankfully this isn't very far away. Probably could have just teleported, but eh. It's right here. But god dang it, man. God dang it. I mean, give me a break here. Making me freaking impart really sad news to a little old lady. Why you gotta do that to me? It's bad for my heart. Where's that lady? Oh, over here. And... talking to you. Ikeda, what a pleasant surprise. What brings you to Alighieri? With the chat mode and say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter an expression with the phrase rekindle the flames of hope to, but yeah, okay. Rekindle the flames of hope. Ah yes, for our hearths and homes have been cold for far too long. I assume this was meant to for some nefarious end when that soldier from the skulls gave this to me. I've always kept it close out of habit, but no one ever came to claim it. I see, so he sacrificed himself for the resistance. Please give his family my condolences. Alright. I'll pause it while I make my way back there. Be right back, people. Alright, I'm back. Let's talk to Beretta. There you are. My nerves have had me up and walking about all over waiting for you to get back. So did you get the package? Alright, let's see what this is. Now let's see. These are seeds in here and a note. It says these are date palm seeds from Garlemald, and they'll grow even in soil as barren as ours. May the fruit of these trees bring you health and happiness always. Oh, that boy of mine, I have to tell the others. There's plenty to be done. Well, she got in a happy mood really quick. Wait a second. Is this him? Mother fluffer. So the package made it here safely. You've done well, Ikeda. So, he's not dead. He just didn't want to come home yet. Forgive me, the name's Erard, though you probably already knew that. Mother always did have a gift for finding good help. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Hopefully I can clear things up. As you likely already know, I've been working undercover in the Garlean army as a member of the Skulls. Provided the resistance with intelligence, and if the situation presented itself, swayed battles in their favor. At the Battle of Castellum Villadina, for instance, I urged my superiors to speak with Fordola, and convince her it would be in the best interest to retreat. I believe you were there as well, yes? Sadly, it was not always so easy as whispering a few choice words into the right ear. If I was to convince them of my loyalty, I've had to follow all orders, no matter how horrible. I've cut down more than my fair share of friends and countrymen, convincing myself it was for the greater good for the Resistance. I still believe that, but I know full well there are those who will never forgive the things I've done. I thought it better they believe I died in battle. And with Erard gone, it's time for me to move on. Oh. What will I do now? Well, this war is far from over, but I cannot continue my fight here. No, I will assume a new identity and find another land whose people long to be free from the Garlean's grasp. I'll miss this place. Thankfully, it's in good hands now. I don't live here. Farewell, Ikeda. When next we meet, I look forward to fighting with you on the same side of the battlefield. Do I tell her? I don't know if I should tell her. Does it even give me the option? Probably not. You should have seen the looks on everyone's faces. They practically snatched the seeds out of my hands. If only Erard could be here to help us plant them. Screw it! I'm saying it! You're absolutely right. He is alive in our hearts and in these seeds. You've given me so much, I wish I knew how to thank you. Tell you what, when these palms get to growing, you can have all the dates you can eat. Speaking of which, I best be going. Those seeds won't plant themselves. You take care now. But I don't get closure! I don't get closure! God dang it, why can't you believe me? There's another quest here, for God's sake. Are you kidding me? Alright. Oh, maybe I will get closure. Oh, it's you. Thanks for helping with Beretta. I was actually hoping to talk to you about her. You see, she's been acting strange again. She's always been stubborn about keeping troubles to herself. I'm sure she'd talk to you. Would you mind checking on her? Oh, no. What's going on now? What's the trouble, lady? There's just too much work to go around. At this rate, it'll take at least 5 years to... Ah! Goodness, you scared me. What are you doing here? Worried about me, are they? I keep telling them I'm fine, but they won't. But they don't listen. Since you're here, though, I could do with some help from a brave young adventurer like yourself. I've been meaning to thank Dialani for holding on to those seeds for us all that time, and I need someone to take me to Algieri. To be honest, I've never traveled very far from the Cold Hearth. The others could take me, but I'd feel much safer in the company of someone used to brave in the wilds. Are you up for taking me on a little adventure? Glad to hear it. I doubt I'll be needing any bags, so let's go ahead and get going. You won't need bags? You make it sound like you're gonna die or something. Don't you dare die on me, lady. You aren't freaking believing me when I tell you your son's alive. Don't you freaking go and kill yourself. I'll be very upset. Freaking giant cricket pricks. Are they gonna really have me go all this way through here? I mean, come on. You're killing me here, game. You're killing me here. Alright, help the lady. You're fine, lady, you're fine. Are they gone? Goodness gracious, I've heard stories of savage monsters out here, but to see them up close, I had no idea. I swear if you weren't here, I'd be telling Erard about my first and last trip to Algieri right about now. Okay, I think I'm ready to keep going. Okay. You could stop running ahead and just let me escort you. That would make things much easier. Or if you would just believe me when I said Erard's still alive, for God's sake. Specula Imperatoris. Even from home I could always see that damn spire looming over everything. There was no going anywhere without the Garleans say so. Not that I had anywhere to go, mind. Now that I finally do, though, I'm glad we're rid of them. Okay, so no fighting that time. Good. Okay, so she's all the way over there. Fly over here. I get the feeling there's like a freaking... You'd think they'd put a freaking... What you call it up here? Vista. A Vista, that's what they're called. Haven't seen one yet. Alright, Beretta, let's see. I can't really say I've ever been so nervous walking through a big lot of nothing. I was half expecting one of them soldiers to jump out at me, and Erard was brave enough to pass through while they were still there. What was that boy thinking? In any case, we're halfway there. I hope my legs don't give out before then. Lady, you're starting to worry me. You're really starting to worry me. Hold on a second. Nope, never mind. I'm really close. Don't have to worry about anything. But what is she planning to do? A little further in. Ah, not again! Oh, for God's sake. Oh, great. A griffin. 2 griffins. Because that's what I need. Now then. Do that, and then do that. Do that again. Murder all these griffins. And problem solved. Not sure how much more adventure my heart can take. Is it always so dangerous out here? I suppose it was worth it, though. You ever seen a town so beautiful? She's 10 times this size. How gullible do you think I am? Now let's go and see this, Yalani, Cat Lady. Cat Lady. That's what her name is now. Cat Lady. Freaking silent J's and weird freaking D's. I hate it when it's a weird name I can't read. Alright. So talk to her. Let's see, what do you got to say for yourself, lady? So this is her. She seems like a sweet girl. Ikeda, good to see you. How is everything? Mother of that skull soldier. According to my son's letter, I have you to thank for keeping his gift safe all this time. Thought it only proper I come show my appreciation in person. Now we can finally put that barren soil of ours to some use. Think nothing of it, I'm just relieved to know it reached you safely. Giggle, giggle. Ikeda, what brings you back to Alighieri? Oh, it's this guy again. Thanks to Brazen Brook and testimony from the good people here, I was pardoned by the Alliance leaders. They still keep me under close watch, of course. Can't say that I blame them. For now, White Harry has been gracious enough to offer me room and board. Or maybe it's Wade Harry. Speaking of which, we've run into something of a problem. I was hoping to get your thoughts on the matter. Alighieri was once famous for a particular type of spirit, a rock. Sadly, the ingredients needed to make it have grown increasingly scarce. Stores of the stuff were promptly depleted when the Garleans took control of here, but the soldiers were so taken with it, they began shipping in ingredients directly from Garlemald. My guess is it's those freaking dates that she just got seeds for. Needless to say, when they left, so too did the supplies we need to make more. It would not do well for Alighieri to be without its local specialty when trade begins booming again. We have searched everywhere, but all the date palms native to this area have been cut down, and the soil is unfit for replanting. Do you know of any places where this plant still grows? Yeah. Lady? Is something the matter? They need dates for distilling spirits. Now hold on a minute, we haven't even ready plots for planting. It'll take a lot of time and hands we don't even have. Perhaps we can make an arrangement. I'm certain the people of Algeri would be more than willing to help in exchange for a small share of the resulting produce. Might I accompany you home to better assess your situation? Why, of course, we can use all the help we can get. Oh, that solves that problem. First the seeds, and now this. You're a miracle worker if there ever was one. I won't be forgetting what you've done for us. You needn't worry, Kate. I will see to it no harm comes to her. Until next time. Okay, so that problem is solved. I can talk to Kitty Lady. Still amazes me how you make good of even the most dire circumstances. There's no doubt Rogger smiles upon you. Well, that's the hilarious thing, is Rogger's actually the god I chose whenever I freaking created my character years ago. It'll take a lot of work to be sure, but in a few years' time, traders from all over will be talking of the famous brew from Algeri and Coldhearth. I better get going. We'll need to be ready when Bout returns. Take care, Ikeda. Alrighty. So with that, I am finally done with this area, I think. Unless I go to Rogger's Reach and they send me back here and I just feel like strangling somebody. So I guess I will end this episode here. And in the next episode, I will finally be in Rogger's Reach and continue to, hopefully, the locks that I have never been to yet. It's the last area I haven't been to. So if you lovely people enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment, possibly leave a donation. Share the channel with your friends, poke the notification button. Hey, if you'd like to support my channel and help it grow, maybe visit my Patreon and become a patron. And I'll see you lovely people in the next episode. Have a good night, everybody.